Mm, Okay. And sorry if I have to take water a lot, but my throat is super dry from being sick. So, anyways, welcome to our May Zoom call. Um, Man, that started out a little rough. Sorry, guys. But thanks so much for being on. I'm super happy to see all of your faces. Just a couple housekeeping things. Like literally, I'm just gonna tell you guys, like, this is how much of a mess I am right now. I usually have like a page of typed notes. I've got a sticky note with three things tonight. Yeah, that's just where we're at right now. So, anyways, so as far as housekeeping things, we are I'm sure you all saw the message on the team page, but I know not everybody is checking that often. Everybody has a lot of things going on right now. We are not doing a May meetup. It's just literally impossible right now. I think everybody just has so many things going on right now. With graduations and the end of the school year, and just everybody's busy with work and family and life. So May is going to be our break. I can tell you, as far as the leaders are concerned, we just can't commit to it this month. We all have just crazy things going on this month. And so, we're at May 14th and we're finally doing a Zoom call for the month. Usually this happens within the first week. So if that doesn't say about how my last, I don't know, probably 8 weeks have gone, like it's just been freaking buck wild. Um, so no May meetup. I am still working on a pool party date. Um, I can't promise if that's going to be June, July, or August. Ideally, hi Missy.
I made it.
Ideally, you did, and you didn't miss anything because I had 5 minutes of emotions. So,
Oh,
um, what was I gonna say? Oh, so the pool party, ideally, I would like to do it in June, but I also know we're in the middle of May, and usually I give at least a month's notice for that. And I just don't know. I just don't know right now. So bear with me, you guys. I promise I'm trying to figure something out. I'm also, like we had talked about in previous calls, really working really, really hard on parties this year. And I have a pending party that we're trying to get dates booked for in between our personal travels and personal life and stuff like that. So stay tuned. I promise it's coming. I may or may not throw up a poll with some dates just to kind of see. Obviously, as always, majority is going to rule. I know August is hard because of the beginning of school. I know July is hard because people are traveling. I know June is hard because the same thing. It's a lot all the time, and we're going to figure it out. But the pool party is something that I'm not willing to bend on because it's so much fun. We've had so much fun year after year. Um, and I think it's just something that everybody kind of looks forward to. Even if you've only been once, or maybe you've never been able to come because you're not there, maybe it's something you look forward to trying to get to. So I'm going to work on that. And thank you, as always, Ingrid, for the notes in the chat. I appreciate it. Um, so that's pretty much all of the housekeeping stuff. I don't know if you guys have noticed, and Ingrid, again, shout out to you. Thank you so much for posting the news updates on the page. I have a question for those of you because most of you, I would say every single one of you that's on is probably on the team page the most, interacting, so on and so forth. So I have a question for you. Um, I know Ingrid has addressed this with me before, so I want to ask outright, is the way that we post the news noticeable now, or should we go back to posting the full news article as its own separate post in the team page? What are your guys' thoughts? Like right
personally,
now,
oh,
it's
go ahead.
under the featured tab. I'm sorry, Carly. Right now, it's under the featured tab, and then I have each news tab article posting under that, which essentially should bump everything else up after everything posts. I was trying to clean up the page, but I want to make sure that our team members who are not consistently checking the news tab are seeing the information. So go ahead, Carly.
For someone like me that I have not checked anything in a very long time. I actually checked today for the first time in like 2 months. So I was like, oh, look at all this stuff coming out. Um, but I saw it on the team page first, and that's what made me go to the news tab. Um, as far as any other time, I think having it be separate posts is easier because then you see them compared to the comments where people,
Okay.
unless you comment, I don't know if it pops up.
Okay. All right, fair enough. So, Ingrid, because you're my news reporter and I appreciate you so much for that. Um, can we do both? Just to kind of see how it plays out. We'll still have one entire thread of all of the news articles, and then would you also mind posting it as a separate post like you had suggested on the team page? Would that be okay?
Yeah. Do you want me to like go back and post everything now on the page that
No.
has been posted, or just start with?
Start
I could
today and
start
move
with
forward.
today. I could start with today with the two news that got released.
Yeah, that would be fine. And I did see that you posted those already on the featured posts. So if you just want to give them their own separate post, I was trying to make sure that none of the training things were getting lost in the shuffle because I feel like those are super important, especially like the videos from Thursday Night Shift, Monday Mindset, all of those things, the Spark sessions. I know there's a lot of information, so I was trying to like guide everything to one post that had all the comments, but if it's going to be more beneficial for the entire group to make separate posts, then we can try that again. So I just wanted your feedback on that. Um, so where I was going with that was I don't know if you guys have noticed, I too have not been consistently checking the news tab. Thank God for Cincy Connect because they tell me when things are happening. I get notifications and I'm like, oh, but then usually I get the notification. I'm like, I don't have time to check that right now. I'll see somebody's post in a little bit and I'll be caught up to speed. Um, they are not doing news tab alerts only on Thursdays anymore. They're doing it pretty much whenever they feel like it. So, as a reminder, and those of us that have a team, please let's be sure to try and remind our teams to be checking the news tab at least 2 to 3 times a week at a minimum. I know it's a lot. I know there's a ton of information going out right now. I know there's a lot of things going on. Um, I'm not at work to check in the bathroom. Um, and trust me, I'm feeling it too. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed in addition to all the things that I have to know in my life right now. Um, it's just a lot. So just know that you're not alone if you're feeling like overwhelmed by all the changes and all the things, all good things. I'm super grateful for all the things that Cincy is working on right now. Um, but it's just a lot. So just let's try and as a group just remind our teams to be checking the news tab as often as possible. Let's try and get everybody. I don't know how we're going to check this. I don't know if I can have home office run me a report or not, but I would be very curious to know how many of our group members have are actually using Sensi Connect, even if they're not physically using it, if they're plugged into it and getting the notifications. I think that's helpful because then that will in turn spark them to log onto the workstation and check the news tab. So just a little caveat about that. I wanted to talk about that because I've noticed that they're not just doing. I realized that today is Thursday and I didn't know it was Thursday. Um but I've noticed that not all the news tab articles are going off on Thursdays anymore. It's like random days of the week, random times of the day. So it makes it even harder when it's not as consistent as it used to be. Okay, with that being said, there has been news articles that have dropped recently. There's a ton of things going on in May. There are the May must-haves. Does everybody have an understanding of how those are working?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. So just as a recap for anybody who happens to catch the replay, the May must-haves are launching every Friday in May, and then collectively everything stays under the May must-haves, and some of them have even started showing up in the sale section, which if you guys have not noticed, it's now called sale instead of clearance. But the sale section, so you can find them under I can't visualize what it says right now, but under I think it's under collections or collaborations on our website. Um, it's labeled May must-haves, and then also those products are showing up in the sale section. I think for more visibility, just in case our customers are on there trying to shop and maybe they didn't click the May must-haves, but they're in the sale section, they can see those at the same time. Um,
It's under
so
collections, FYI.
it under collections. Okay, thank you. So every Friday, and then everything, there's new collection, new May must-haves that are launching every single Friday, and everything will stay under May must-haves until they sell out. May must-haves in sale. So it's not like a specific time frame. It's not Friday to Friday. It's not they remove things. It's just an addition of May must-haves every single Friday. I don't know if I missed if they said how many May must-haves there would be on a weekly basis. I don't think that they said that. I think it's just kind of random. Um, and then I don't know if you guys have noticed also, they sneakily, instead of on the first of the month only, they've been sneakily adding additional sale items to the sale link almost weekly. And it's like a little sprinkle here and a little sprinkle there. Go ahead, Ingrid.
No, yes, I was gonna say that because before May, it used to be on the 1st and on the 15th. And now it's like suddenly, boom, something happens and there's extra stuff. And I'm like, what? So yes, that's
Yeah,
happened.
cause I didn't realize that they had added the retired NHL warmers to the sales section, and there was a crap ton of um Vegas Golden Knights warmers on there that my customers have been looking for forever, and I could have like grabbed a handful of them to use for gifts and raffle baskets and all kinds of stuff, and I missed those because I didn't know that they had loaded to the sale section. So, anyways, my point being, now also add to your growing to-do list news tab and check your sales section often because apparently Cincy is trying to clean out their warehouses right now. Um, so I wanted to talk about that. May must-haves, how are we loving those? How have you guys been doing with those? I have not been doing as well as I had hoped. However, I have been integrating them into trying to do like mystery bags. I think I'm gonna do a handful of summer coolers. Because how cool is that if you can do like a $45 summer cooler and you can do one of those May must-have bundles for $35? And they get all of those full-size products. So get creative with those kind of things to see if you can boost your PRV. I love using the non-licensed things for my mystery bags and coolers and stuff because we get full PRV for those. So I think like the botanical bundle or something like that that's got the Sakura warmer, the 2 bars of wax, and the 5 cotton cleanups. I think the value on that is like $77 or something like that, and it's freaking $35. So promote those as often as you can. Remember, just because you post something once doesn't mean that somebody's going to see it. Excuse me. I'm actually, trying to be more um consistent about posting on my personal page more because the visibility in my VIP group is non-existent right now, even though I'm still consistently posting anywhere between 5 and 10 times a day for the most part. I'm finding that a lot of people are seeing my things on my personal page rather than my VIP page. So I'm trying to post things everywhere. And just because you post it once doesn't mean somebody's going to see it. So don't think that you're over posting or like bump it or comment on it, or because that's the stuff that's going to boost your algorithm. Um, so the May must-haves, I am loving them. I'm glad they're working very well for you guys. Um, I was hoping to do a few um recognition things tonight and I just didn't have a chance. So I'm sorry, but I'm hoping to be able to do that sometime tomorrow or this weekend. Um, the Bring Back My Bars. Did everybody see that today? So freaking awesome. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm not even going to say that because I'm recording. Um, yeah, I almost said something really inappropriate. Uh, I am so excited about Oodles of Orange. I have been waiting for Oodles of Orange to come back to not only add to my club, but I have had a customer who has said, I am not joining Scentsy Club until Oodles of Orange. So you know I tagged her ass today in my picture and was like, listen, Oodles of Orange is coming, and she's so excited, and she's just like ready to roll. This is also a great opportunity, you guys. If you have people who have been looking for things, there is 70 fragrances that are coming out of the vault. Some really, really good ones. I think there's maybe one or two on there, not on there, that I was hoping would come back. I'm still waiting for Jet Set Go to come back because I was a stupid head and kicked that out of my club. Which Jet Set Go, for those of you who have never smelled it, it's kind of sort of similar to Wild Seaside. Like it's that really fresh, fruity kind of smell. Um, so I'm waiting for Jet Set Go, and there was one more that I've been waiting for, and I have one that one of my customers has been. She's like, Andrea, I vote a gazillion times every single time, and it never comes back, and I don't. She's like, I'm getting so tired of this, and I'm like, I don't listen. I don't know what to do for you. It's red candy apple. She's waiting for it. And I'm like, Holly, Apple Press is back. And she's like, Andrea, I have that in my club. I need red candy apple. I'm like, okay, okay. But we did have a win because June is going to have You're My Buttercup. And I have a customer who's been voting religiously forever and ever and ever since club started, and it's finally coming back in the June Bring Back My Bar, and she's ecstatic. She's like, what did you do? And I said, I did nothing except tell you that it's coming, so you better freaking add that to your club. But all that to say, May 18th to the 31st only, they're opening the vault for 70 retired fragrances, and there are some good ones on there. So make sure you analyze the list. I'm pretty sure I posted an image that somebody else had shared with all of the fragrances on there. I hate the Airtable thing that Scentsy uses to like make a list of everything for us. It was hyperlinked in the news article where it says see all the available fragrances here, and it's an Airtable. One, I don't even know what an Airtable is. Two, it's not very user friendly. So, I don't know why they're doing that. Why can't we just go back to using Canva? Because they were doing Canva links for a while for it. Anyways, neither here nor there. Um, the Bring Back My Bars, make sure you hype that up. This is the time to advertise the crap out of that. There's only 2 weeks for that. Our customers can add them to club. It's just like back in November when it was club only. So you cannot add these to a party. You cannot add these on your website unless you're logged into your club, and you cannot add these on the workstation. However, there is nothing that says you can't do a bulk order on a club for your customers. If your customers absolutely 100% refuse to create their own club, then say, listen, I can do you a one-time VIP offer where I do one bulk club order. You have to have all of your selections into me by X date. I personally still charge the buy five, get the sixth one free, even though in club over $30 you get 10% off. And they just send me their list. I do one bulk order, and that's that. That kind of bit me in the rear end in November though, because I did that for a bunch of scents, like Very Merry Cranberry, like what was the other one that took forever to get here? There was a couple that took like 2 months for them because everybody wanted it and everybody did bulk orders for them. Anyways, um yeah, I know it was Very Merry Cranberry because now I have a whole box that came in after I needed them. Um But my point in that being is if you want to add an extra level of customer service, offer that one bulk order to do in your personal club um, for your customers. Does anybody have any questions on that? Or anything else that you have done maybe previously that has worked for either um, getting new club orders or doing something fun for your clubbers? Or non-clubbers? No? Okay. Anyways, those are my suggestions. You could also do like a you could do a fun like VIP out of the vault 6 pack. You could do like a mystery 6 pack and just say, do you want fresh or fruity or do you want bakery or something like that? Um, and you could do those for your customers and just offer that up. If you wanted to do bulk order that way and you just wanted to give them like 6 mystery bars from that list of 70 of some of the scents that maybe you think that they would like. And then maybe if you get them the right ones, they would sign up for club. I don't know. Just I'm just kind of trying to think outside of the box on some of those things. So we've got the Bring Back My Bar May 18th through May 31st. Club only. I think that was all I was going to say about that. Does anybody else have anything to add to that? No? Okay. I'm checking my notes here. Okay. Now, the final thing that I wanted to talk about is the 90-10 challenge. Does everybody know what that is? Yes? Um, I still have yet to watch the replay of World Tour 2.0. I got the recording. I intended to watch it. I got sick. Here we are. Um, but I do know, based on all of the information that's being shared and the news article, that it's the 90-10 challenge. So what that means is that we have 90 days to recruit 10 new people. And with that challenge, if 4 of those people promote, which means certified or above, then you will earn, and a caveat to that is your 10 people have to have at least one order that's not their own. So they have to have at least one customer order that's not their own. So I love this and don't love this for several reasons. I feel like one, and this is just me talking candidly on a personal level, I feel like this is encouraging us to promote hobbyists, which there's nothing wrong with a hobbyist. Don't get me wrong. I started as a hobbyist. I had no intent on being where I'm at right now. Um, but it also doesn't like it's not the same as having somebody join to like host a party and join with the host kit or anything like that. Not to say that you still couldn't do that, but if you're just looking for the minimum to hit the minimum, um, I don't think this is great for promoting activity from team members, if you will. I'm trying to tread lightly here because I don't want to say the wrong thing and have somebody take it the wrong way. But do you guys see where I'm going with this? Like, I love it, but I don't love it. So I do love it because I will tell you what, I have not sponsored very much in the last couple of years. That's just been my own personal choice. That's just because I'm focusing on what I can control right now, which is sales, and I'm very sales based, and that's what I can control. I can't control what anybody else does or doesn't do. And so that has been my primary focus. But of course, if you dangle a carrot in front of my face, I'm going to try and eat the carrot because I'm very highly motivated by incentives. I will always and forever be highly motivated by incentives. So I am going for this incentive because have you freaking seen the prizes? The prizes are phenomenal. Um, Let me see if I can pull them up really quick.
While you do that, I will tell you this. The one that inspired me to actually try and get this incentive was the one where you get the chance to design a warmer. And I love that because for people that didn't know, the Friends warmer that just came out, actually somebody designed it and they took the
Mm-hmm.
idea and they ran with it. So that is the one that it's actually, motivating me.
Yeah, me too. Especially because I've been talking specifically to Dan about a Thin Blue Line collection, specifically the warmer that I created in 2016 when they had the custom warmer program. And so I'm like, okay, well, here's my chance. Like I better try and go for this. So anyways, I'm saying all that because this challenge scares the absolute freaking crap out of me. It's a lot of work. Um, it's a lot of getting uncomfortable. It's a lot of asking. I've been ghosted. I've had no's. I've had maybes. I did have one join. And I have a little bit of my own personal strategy that I'm going with this time. Um, I don't know how it's going to work in my favor or not in my favor, but I'm gonna go down swinging because I want these prizes. So it's an exclusive Scentsy branded item. $1,000 US credit to be used on products and tools or trip buy-ins, which means the incentive trip that's coming up starting August 1st, if you earn a spot where you could buy somebody in, that $1,000 is basically considered cash, and you could use that $1,000 towards the buy-in of somebody else. $100 US cash bonus for each promotion your new consultants earn during the qualification period beyond the required 4 promotions beginning with the 5th. So let's say Ingrid sponsors her 10 people and 4 people promote to certified, but then she promotes 2 more people. If those 2 people promote to certified or above during the incentive period, which is May 1st through July 31st, she will get $100 cash bonus for those additional 2 people that she sponsored and helped promote. A promotion is at least to certified, which is 1,000 lifetime PRV. They did change that back. Or if they promote to certified and then lead, star, superstar, so on and so forth. Um, Points towards the next incentive. So when you earn this incentive, you will start the next incentive that launches August 1st, halfway to earning the 2027 trip for one. So you could be halfway to earning the first level of the trip by July 31st before the incentive trip even starts. For somebody who has massive anxiety about the incentive trip every single year, come like June-ish, how am I going to do this? Where are my people going to come from? This is very encouraging to know that I can work my butt off throughout the summer and already be halfway to level 1 before we even start. Which also tells me there is going to be required sponsoring points. I don't know what they're going to look like, but if they're requiring sponsoring for this incentive, I have a feeling they're going to be requiring sponsoring for the next incentive that's coming up. That's just an assumption based on what we're looking at right here. You're not just earning now, you're building towards what's next. We'll share more details soon. Number 5, participation in an exclusive mastermind group with Scentsi's executive leaders, Heidi, Orville, and Dan. Yeah, I am there for that all day long. Each earner will be invited to design a fragrance, warmer, or buddy. If selected for sale by home office, your design will be featured in the catalog or a monthly edit with your name next to it. Freaking awesome, right? Like those, they carefully selected these prizes, I feel like, and I feel like they selected super exclusive things that I know I have been suggesting to them for a long time, like make us work for this, make us work for that, because people want exclusivity, right? People want the fun things. People want the things that you can't just earn every single day. Like people are going to work harder for the super exclusive things. So this is me working harder for the super exclusive things. It makes me want to throw up in my mouth to sponsor 10 people in a 3-month period. I'm just going to be very honest with you. Um, have I been asking people? Yes, I have. Have I been asking for favors? You bet your butt I have. Um, at the end of the day, I'm trying. So I don't know who's also trying with me, but I am all about this and I am all about getting myself ahead of the game for the next incentive for sure. Do you guys have any questions about that? No? So my understanding is that there is not going to be a tracker from home office. There's not going to be a tracker under the incentive tab like there is for our For the Love of Warmer incentive and like there is for a trip. So to be perfectly honest with you, how we track how our new consultants are getting their orders that are not from them, I can't really tell you. I don't know. I don't know how we can ensure that it's happening the way that it has to happen in accordance to the rules of this incentive. I'm not really sure. Aside from just flat out asking, was that your order or was it a customer order? That can be a little bit of an uncomfortable conversation, especially if um I don't know, I just feel like it's not really appropriate, but it has to be appropriate for this kind of situation. So I haven't figured out a way to do that other than the possibility of maybe just reaching out to customer service because I can tell you guys when we were doing the Cheers to 20 years um challenge that was one challenge every single month for 12 months. um I had reached out to customer service a couple of different times when I got the email that said, you have reached, you have earned 4 out of the 5 months. Or and maybe it was like sell 50 pods or whatever it was. I don't remember what it was. And I had reached out to customer service and said, hey, I'm tracking these as best I can, but can you tell me, did I earn this one? And did I earn this one? And they were like, yes, you did, pending audits. So they can verify it without promising it, if you know what I mean. So I guess that's my plan is to just kind of reach out to customer service and be like, hey, I've had this person, and this person join. I see that they have PRV. Can you tell me, or are you able to see if that came from their club order, if that came from a website order, like so on and so forth. So I don't know. I think that's a little sticky as far as what they're doing. I don't know how stickler they're going to be about it. I would assume they're going to adhere to it pretty strongly because it is part of like the requirements, but I don't know. I don't know. Um does anybody have anything to add to any of that? Questions, concerns, otherwise something super unclear? No? Okay.
Before you,
So yeah, go ahead.
I do have a question, but it's not about this incentive. It's about the For the Love of Warmers.
Mhm.
You, as the team leader, do you have a way to know who is where, who and what are their standings?
Nope.
No.
Because if I did, I would have been putting that in the group like so and so has earned 3 of 4. They haven't given us any kind of trackers for our frontline. Like for the some incentives they do and some incentives they don't. So sometimes, like for example, with the fall and winter incentive, there is a portion of the tracker that we can say downline incentive points and frontline incentive points, I think, but all it will show us is how many total points. It doesn't show us where those points come from. They have not done anything like that for this incentive. So, like the cheers to 20 years, I couldn't see where any of you guys were. There was no kind of tracking for leaders. I wish when they did these things, and I understand it's a logistical thing, um, but when they do these kind of challenges, I wish they made it so that we could see our whole entire downline because if I can see that you're 5 pods away from earning this month's challenge, I'm going to reach out to you and say, "Ingrid, sell 5 pods. Use them with your host rewards, do whatever you got to do, but you are super close." And so that, that it also helps to be able to make sure that everybody's on the same path, but it makes it hard for us as leaders because we can't see that. So I wish that there was a way, but there is not a way that I have seen because I've looked to see if I can um see any of the downline progression or anything like that, and there's not. So
Okay, and I wanted to add some a conversation that I had this past week. Um, so FYI, I'm not going to SFR, and I've been very depressed about it because like Jen, you were the inspiration to this. I also committed to me going to SFR for the rest of my life. Um, so I've been doing this incentive, and I remember that one of the things was that you were gonna have special seating, but you have to be attending in person. And I was talking to 2 or 3 other people, and I was like, well, why? I'm not even gonna finish it because I mean, I'm not going. But then I went back and I read, uh, plus have 1,000 PRB by the end of the qualification period, and also that this is gonna go towards the incentive that year. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna continue doing it. So
yeah.
just that, and that's why I was asking, because then there should be a way for you to tell people, hey, don't give up, and keep doing this.
Yeah. And I mean, I can say that all day long. Like, don't give up, keep doing it. But if I don't have like receipts, if you will, I don't if I don't have backup to say why you need to keep doing this, you're so close, keep going. I'm not just blowing smoke up your patootie right now. Like, you need to keep going because you may not get this portion of it. So I like that there's, again, like 5 different things that you can earn from the For the Love of Warmers, where if you do miss out on one thing, like unfortunately SFR sold out, and the people who didn't get to register in time because of whatever reason, um, they miss out on that opportunity because that was a driving force for them to earn this incentive. So all I can say is when I say keep going, just trust me. There's a reason. There's a reason. But I'm glad that you went back and read that because that is absolutely true. It's not just the exclusive firework seating, whatever. It's not just um I don't even remember what we earned for that, but I do know we earn 2,000 points towards the incentive period for the fall and winter incentive. So that in itself is a huge deal. That's like you're a month ahead of the curve of earning um monthly sales. You know what I mean? So you're like ahead of the curve. So one of those months when you sell 2,000, it's like you're selling 4,000 because you've already got those points locked in. So, and I've made some suggestions about how they can kind of reconfigure some of the points a little bit. Like maybe if you're a super duper recruiter, you get extra points for going above and beyond, like being above average. You know what I mean? Or if you are a super seller, you know, give extra points for tiers above and beyond annual sales. Or, you know what I mean? So like I don't know. I've made suggestions. I don't know if they've taken them to heart or anything, but I have had suggestions about that kind of stuff. So I just feel like if you're above average consistently, then aside from your paycheck, there's other ways to reward people like these incentives, like these extra perks, like, and I'm talking like exclusive access to something or you know what I mean? Like my brain never stops when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, um, yeah, I was gonna say something else and it is somewhere else in the room. I can't remember what it was. Must not have been that important. Oh, you just posted 2,000 points towards the 2027 incentive, a Cincy branded prize, VIP seating at Cincy's private fireworks show during SFR, plus a gift to take home. Must attend SFR in person. Yeah. Um, anything else on any of the incentives that are going on right now? So we have For the Love of Warmers and we have the 90-10 challenge. Right? Am I missing anything? Yeah, I don't think so. Um, I don't know.
I have a quick
Anything else?
question. Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
Christy. No,
And
you're fine.
I don't know what happened to my video, but anyway, I'm here. The so for the Love of Warmers, when you go under like Enliven or whatever, it doesn't have just the new ones. They're not necessarily just the new ones,
Mm-hmm.
right? Is
Mm-hmm.
that I know that the new like Warmer of the Month count, but do I can't even think of the name of one right now, but do all the ones that come up under each one count, or is it just specific ones?
Yes and no.
Okay.
They've made it absolutely 100% super confusing, and I
Okay.
wouldn't expect anything less. Um, so technically, based on the rules, it's supposed to be anything in the new categories in the new perennial catalog. In addition to anything in those categories that are within the monthly edits.
Okay.
Thank you. Ingrid. Ingrid posted some in the chat. I have also posted, so you might have to search photos in the team page because I have posted photos of visuals instead of just words of the warmers that count for
Right.
each
I
category.
just have been on like my personal page, and if I go under, you can click on Enliven, you can click on
Yeah,
Classic, and it brings up a handful of warmers. I just didn't know if all of those were available. So I mean, if it's in the catalog like that, then maybe they're in there. I don't know.
hold on. I'm gonna look for the pictures.
I mean,
Because somebody made an actual visual. To answer your question directly, I don't believe it's everything under those categories. Because,
okay.
for example, the wildflower warmer, which is a warmer that we've had for what, a couple seasons now. It was brand
Right.
new last spring, maybe. That doesn't count
Okay.
because it's not new in the catalog.
Right. Okay.
Um,
That makes
so does that
sense.
does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Oh, yeah. It does.
Because I started looking under those categories too, and I was like, oh, well, I'll just sell a crap ton of these wildflower warmers. And then I was like, hold up, it's got to be marked as new. So anything in the edits that's under those categories is supposed to count.
Okay.
Anything that's new in those categories that's marked as new, um, in the perennial catalog will count.
Okay.
But I think there's been some one-offs also. Like people have been asking, does like this count? But trying to distinguish like which category everything is in. Let me see if I can find this. I don't know if that was helpful or not.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I've seen that some of the pictures, but just I was, I think, confused when I looked and saw like a couple of extra ones. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know if that's brand new or not, but okay, yeah, I got it.
I mean, they've made it very confusing. It's like they tried really hard to be pretty straightforward with it, but I feel like there's just I think I need to say this correctly. I think they think of all the questions that we're going to have, but I think we come out of left field with all kinds of other questions that are valid, but corporate doesn't always think like us. We're in the field, we're working with this stuff all the time, and so I think that sometimes their out of the box thinking isn't as out of the box as we are, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times we'll hit them with a bunch of questions and they're like, "Oh, we didn't even think of that." But it's very relevant to what's going on. And I think this is a perfect example. Oh, Ingrid, I know you want to say something right now. I have a question when you're done.
Misty, I just sent you the pictures that she's looking for.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you.
can you
And
can you
and
tag can you tag her on the team page? Did you find it on the team page?
yes,
Will you do
I
that so it bumps the post?
I think it was March 1st. Hold on. You want me to just write bump or her name?
Just tag her.
Okay. And another thing that I remember that they said, but I cannot find it anywhere, is that if you bought the warmer that was coming on the monthly edit, that counted. But I haven't bought all the warmers on the monthly edit, so I don't know. It's kind of hard to say.
If it's in the categories that, if it's in the category, warm and live, inspire, or classic.
Okay.
But I think
Yeah.
there's also been some questions about which, because in the warmer of the month or the edit or whatever we're calling it these days, it doesn't specify what category it's in. So we don't know until it lands on the PWS which category it's in. It doesn't say in the flyer which category it is. So when we're pulling it up on the first of every month, we don't necessarily know what it's going to count as, right? Oh, for the love of Pete.
All I know is that the one that came out, which month it's April, that was one of them. Don't ask me which category, what's that? It's
That is correct. That
I
was the coastal
can see
that was the
it.
coastal one. The
Yeah,
Nautilus one, right?
Nautilus. Yeah, because I bought that one, but don't ask me which category that is because I don't even know.
Oh, okay. I see. So I do see that you found this one and you tagged it. There was a newer photo that I recently shared also, I think. Sometimes I save these things and then I forget to share them, and I really have good intentions, but you guys should see how many photos are in my phone. It's insane.
Oh, and I have repeats of photos. Like I'll have
Yes.
3 sets of the same photo.
Yeah, it's like duplicate, 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 duplicate. Yes. Yes, I know it's a duplicate, but guess what? Um, I'm sorry. I'm trying to look really quickly. I promise I'm gonna find it, and if I can't find it, aha,
You found it?
I found it. Misty, I just tagged you.
Okay.
So it'll bump it. Ingrid, I tagged you. It'll bump it to the top. And guess what? I'm pinning it to the featured tab in our team page. So if you go to the featured tab, you'll be able to see it. So images to help mark off the current incentive. If you haven't checked it, be sure to blah, 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 blah. It has pictures, warm, enliven, inspire, classic, all the warmers that count. Somebody
Okay.
put this together for us.
Okay.
So hopefully that helps.
That
Now I
does.
can't say for like the May edit. I don't. Oh, that didn't. Um, does anybody know what the May edit counted as? The strawberries?
I think it was classic because I had like 5 people interested in it and yet nobody has bought it and I didn't get it with I didn't buy the warmer of the month. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, no one's bought it yet.
And is that still the one that you need to hit? Classic?
It's one of them. I only still have one only.
Sarah said
okay.
it was classic.
Sarah said it was classic?
I
Okay.
asked her.
Oh, okay. I'm sure it'll show on our PWS. But anyways, so that hopefully will be helpful. Um, I know every single month people have questions about what category those warmers are in, especially since we're coming down to the wire, because that incentive ends June 30th.
Oh my God, I feel so stupid right now.
I-
Who else didn't know that I need to get this blur thing out of so I can show you. So in the brochures that you get with the edit, when you open it, it says it on top. Like the Nautilus says Scentsy Warm, and then the one for May says Scentsy Classic, like right here.
Oh, okay. Well, guess what? I just said that wasn't in there, so mark me stupid too, because I didn't know that. I didn't know that. You know,
Mini.
listen, sometimes can't be attention to detail all the time.
Sorry when
Um,
I'm doing this all. I don't want to act like I'm being weird.
But any other questions about For the Love of Warmers or the 90-10 challenge that you guys have? No?
Right.
Anything else you want to talk about for the last couple minutes?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, I did. Just there we go.
I have a random question.
Go for it.
Could you please remind me of the containers that you use to store
Alexia,
your
thank you
wax?
so much.
Because I've
Oh,
looked
that's it?
everywhere and I cannot find it.
Store my what?
The wax? The one that you
Oh.
talked about at the retreat?
Yeah, of course. Who did I just send those to? Ingrid, didn't I send you that link?
No, but I think you got them at Hobby Lobby, didn't you?
No,
No?
I always get them at Michael's.
Okay, so get this. Same ones, because when I went, they were like 20 something at Michael's. If you go to Hobby Lobby, you can get them for $8.99 or less.
Oh, I don't ever pay $20 for them. I wait for them to go on sale or I have a coupon.
But they're like, because I bought a bunch of them and they were like $8.99 at Hobby Lobby. I'll look
Okay.
for
Could
it.
you text it to me?
Yes, I'm looking for it, and maybe I can send it to you via Messenger.
Thank you.
So I will, Stacy, I'll also text you this. What? My cart is not empty. I just added it. I will text you this also from Michael's. They're called Storage Keeper by Simply Tidy. They used to be Iris brand, but I don't think that Michael's carries those anymore. I never pay full price for them. I always wait for a coupon or some sort of like holiday special. But I will send you this link so that you can look at either Michael's or Hobby Lobby.
Thank you so much.
Of course, and I cannot for the love of anything remember how many it holds, but I want to say like 64 or something insane like that. Because you can technically stack them 5 tall. 5 tall, and I can't remember how many rows, maybe 4. So there's quite a bit of space in them. But I text you that link so you can go look for them. I feel like there was one more thing that I wanted to say, but I can't remember. Is there anything else that you guys want to cover? Maybe not related to any of these things, questions, concerns, otherwise? No? Who's going for the 90-10 challenge? Jen, you better put your hand up. I seen you. Yeah. Jen Troutman, put your hand up.
Sarah asked me and I told her the truth.
The truth is, I don't want to do it either, but I need people to run with.
told
Don't
her-
leave me,
I
guys.
told her, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like, oh. I was like, that it's a hard one, and she agrees.
Oh, I don't disagree. Not in any fashion. I do not disagree. I will tell you because I had people messaging me. I was not on the call. I had things going on. I had people messaging me like with the requirements, and I was like, yeah, that's not happening. And then I saw the prizes and I was like, well, shit.
Yeah. Well, she had asked, did you watch it? And I said, no. I said, I was working. And I said, I haven't had a chance to watch the replay. I said, but I feel like I've seen and heard and whatever, all the things of World Tour. I said, hopefully I'll be able to watch it. And that's when she asked me, are you going to do it? And I was like, I can't even lie to you. You're sitting right across from me. I was like, I haven't even tried. And she's she's like, well, I was like, I'll think about it.
And it's a
She
trap.
said she's gotten a couple people. You know, ideally, I think her plan is to try to get them to like promote. I think that's her game plan.
I mean, that should be everybody's game plan, but the reality of that is not always.
Yeah. I mean, it would be the easiest, you know. I think she's gotten a few under her belt already.
Not surprising. She's a recruiting rock star, just like DPP.
Yeah. That when I told her, I said, you know, and I told her that's who I watched. I said, I think it was like the next day, DPP went live or something, and it was about that specifically, and I ended up watching her, and that's how I found out about it. So that's what I said. I ended up watching.
Okay, so I'll share a little bit of my strategy if you would like to hear. This is how I'm going for it. Ideally, I would love to find a super rock star who wants to make lots of money and be a director and all the things and promote. I mean, essentially, I think that's what everybody's goal would be. However, my strategy is I have revamped my entire dream team list, which I will tell you, this is something that I have needed to do for a couple years. So this has been good for me as far as that's concerned. But my strategy is going to be Scentsy Club people because they're already buying. Now, essentially, their Scentsy Club order should not count because technically they're supposed to have a customer that places an order. But they're already buying, right? So you could already tell them, like, I know Sarah's strategy is saying you could have made so many dollars on this order. I am going to do Scentsy Club people, which I have not reached out to yet, but I am also going to reach out to a lot of out of town people who maybe don't order very often, but I'm just going to be very frank and honest with them and say, I'm in a challenge. I get to start earning the incentive. I know every year you're always asking me, how can you help? This would help. And just tell them, there's a $9 Smart Start. You can obviously choose a different kit if you want to kind of pursue this. Give this 90 days, see if it's for you. And if it doesn't work out for you, you can go back to being my customer. No hard feelings, no questions asked.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, if people are not feeling comfortable, maybe they don't love the workstation situation, maybe they don't want to place their own orders, maybe they don't want to pay for the shipping. I mean, it could be a handful of different things that they're just not comfortable with, or it doesn't suit them. They have to know up front that I'm no hard feelings and I'm okay with them going back to being a customer. So if and already had one person say yes, she joined with the $9 Smart Start. I told her, I was like, listen, you're looking to make extra money anyways. You're ordering from me every single month anyways. You might as well just do the $9 Smart Start, give it 60 days. If it doesn't end up working out for you, I will do my absolute best and give you every opportunity to try and earn the shooting star kit, as much money as you can, et cetera, et cetera. And if you just decide that this just isn't your cup of tea, then that's okay. You can be my customer again. And then at that point, she goes back to being my customer and she
Mhm.
falls off when she falls off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the no pressure strategy, but I'm trying to reach out to customers that don't live in town because they probably have access to people that I will never know.
True.
Or people that I may never meet unless they had like an online party or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've got a handful of those people. I've got my club people. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't know that I'm going to target my best customers right now
Yeah.
because I'm afraid it's happened way too many times where they've turned into consultants and then they don't want to do anything because they're used to me doing it for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is completely fine because we need customers too. But I don't know that that's the route that I'm going to go this time just because of the short amount of time that we have to earn this and the volume that we have to produce in that short amount of time. So I don't know if that's helpful or not for you to like get
Yeah,
your
no,
gears
definitely
going.
something to think about, especially with my out-of-state customers because I have so many.
Mm-hmm.
Go that route. But I'm wondering too, like if they're even willing to do it, if I would do like a, hey, what if we did a party and took all your orders and flipped them? Because then that would give
Yes.
them their start.
I
Because
have
they'd be
seen a
their
lot of
people.
leaders posting that they're looking for 10 people to host parties in between now and July. My
Tracy.
assumption is their strategy is to flip those parties. That's
Yeah.
my assumption.
Yeah.
So that is a fantastic strategy also because they can join with the Smart Start that way. They can join with the host exclusive kit that way. They can potentially earn the Shooting Star kit, which they've
Yeah.
enhanced, and it looks fantastic right now. Like that's enticing to me. That's a great kit.
Yeah.
So that's a good strategy. Maybe make a list of like 5 people who you know would be willing to do parties, and maybe you don't even say anything to them until the close of the party.
Correct. Yeah,
You know
no.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know your customers, so you know kind of like how you can approach them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I also plan on approaching a few of a few people that I've grown up with that maybe have bought Scentsy from me maybe once or twice in the 16 years that I've been doing this, and just really kind of saying, I really need a favor. I know you love Scentsy. You may not have ordered it in a while. Would you help me out? Type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, just so you guys know, the reinstates that you have, so people who have fallen off and it's been 2+ years, if they reinstate, not for
And thank
free,
you.
they have to reinstate with a kit, either the Smart Start, the $99 to $49, they count. Because any consultants who have fallen off, after 2 years, they're considered new consultants now, based on the rules that they put into place. I think it was sometime last year. Did you guys know that? Okay, so if you like, I had customer service create me a report of everybody who is no longer a consultant anymore, who's rolled off of my team. So if they've been gone, and it says what date they canceled, so I can tell if it's within 2 years and I can reach out to them. And there's a lot of lingo that's going around that people are sharing, like, hey, what made you step away from Scentsy? Or, I can share it if I can find it. But just things like that. So if you have people who have fallen off and maybe you're still in contact with them, they're a customer of yours now, you can offer the opportunity to them and say, hey, did you know you can come back as a brand new consultant and have all the new consultant perks as if you were new again. Because that used to be not a thing. Once you were a consultant forever. Then you were ineligible for earning shooting star, earning sensational star. Now, if they've been gone for 2+ years, they come back, not a reinstate for free, but if they come back and buy a kit, they're eligible for all the brand new consultant perks again. So if you have been a consultant for a while and maybe you have people who have fallen off and it's been 2+ years, maybe start a list like that or reach out to customer service and they can give you a list also. And if they don't want to do it, ask them to have a party. You know what I mean? Ask them to have a super simple bag party and just say, hey, you'd really be doing me a favor if you did this. Collect 3 to 5 orders and I'll reward you accordingly. On top of whatever host rewards you may or may not receive based on your order volume. Because for this incentive, there is not a minimum order volume. It's just one customer placing an order that's not the consultant. So I don't know if that's helpful or not. But I'm going to say go for it. I say at the end of the day, if you don't hit it, you don't hit it. But there's too many awesome things for us to earn for us to not try. Because this is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And to know that we could go to SFR or attend SFR virtually or whatever it is that we're doing, be a part of SFR and know that before August 1st, we're already halfway to level 1. That's huge to me. Like that releases a little bit of the pressure. And I know not everybody wants the trips and that's fine too. But even like the $1,000 and the $100 and being able to create the warmer and stuff like that, like there's some really awesome things as a part of it. So I'm just going to say that, yes, you're going for it, Jen.
Okay.
You can say no all day long. Ingrid, Melissa, Stacy, we're going for it. Like Melissa's like, the hell we are.
I just find it interesting that you're telling us that we're going for it while you're recording. We should have this question be asked of us after the recording has stopped.
No,
It's
because
now
I said
on-
I'm
it's-
doing
it's-
it while it's recording.
Yeah. It's saved. Archived.
Teamwork makes the dream work, okay? I'm roping all of you into this with me. And I like how Carly disappeared.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. She disappeared a long time ago.
Yeah,
She's probably doing something with the baby, but
probably.
anyways,
That's new
yeah.
mamahood right there.
Maybe going for it like a turtle through peanut butter. Okay, you know what? At the end of the day, it's just fun to know that you can try, but I encourage you guys to at least give it some effort because you truly don't know what you're capable of until you've done it, right? And every single one of us on this call have done things that we didn't think we could do, right? Every single one of us. It doesn't matter what it is, and it doesn't even have to be Scentsy related, but we've all done things that we never thought we'd be able to do. So just remember that. And at the end of the day, you can say, you know what? I fell short, but I tried. Because that's all you can do, right? Is try. So let's get uncomfortable together. Let's do this. Let's do awesome things. I have seen a bunch of posts that I need to share, like in relation to this incentive that may or may not be helpful as far as like verbiage and stuff like that. But just don't forget, like there's a lot of consultants who, if they have maybe a newer customer and they're getting ready to place their second order, that's your opportunity to say, hey, have you ever thought about doing what I do? There's a $9 Smart Start kit. And instead of me making the commission, you could make the commission and you can earn free and half price Scentsy. And just leave the ball in their court. And then if it takes them a little bit to not answer you, just say, hey, no pressure. The opportunity was there for me to give it to you. If you don't want it, I'm perfectly okay with that because I love customers too. and I need customers to run my business also. And you just have to like, you can offer the opportunity and take the pressure off at the same time. And, I just had that conversation with somebody the other day. I met her at a party last month. She lives in Texas. She's obsessed with everything. She had never heard of Scentsy before. She got all the things her mom ordered, and now she's telling me her coworker, her aunt, her mom, her sister, and her want to place orders. And I'm like, girlfriend, we need to talk about this. And so she's like, I've been thinking about doing a side hustle. So you really never know where those conversations are going to go. You know what I mean? And as uncomfortable as they can be, what's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to say no, right? But if you continue to offer them good customer service, you continue to service them as a VIP customer, they're going to have respect for you and they're going to stay, whether it's as a customer or whether it's as a team member.
True.
So, all right, I know we're past our time. I'm going to let everybody go. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. I promise you I will get the June Zoom scheduled as quickly as I can. I will keep you guys posted on the pool party, the June meetup, all of the things. I'm always an inbox or a text away if you guys need me. I love you. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Thank you.